like the curve line?
Yeah, you just hug the curve, hit the apex.
Dude, there's a stop sign.
Punch it.
Too much power.
There's no such thing.
I love to drive fast, but I never had this much power.
Go, go, go. Hard to the floor. Keep it down, 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 keep it down. Keep it floored. You gotta leave. Hey guys, so in this video I'm doing some car stuff. If you don't like that, too bad. All of my videos are organized by playlist, so if you don't want to look at the car stuff, you don't have to subscribe to the car playlist, but there's going to be a lot of car stuff coming up, so if you don't like that, whatever. This video is a 2017 Mustang 5.0. Thank you, Avis, for letting me torture your car, and did a little review on it. Also, this week I drove a BMW 2 Series, and tomorrow I'm picking up a Mercedes CLA 45 AMG. So I'm looking to buy a new car, get rid of my Camaro, and I'm going to share with you guys my opinions on all the different cars I'm test driving in the process of finding a replacement for the Camaro. A lot of things I'm going to be comparing to are the Camaro because I had it for about a year and have a lot of experience with it. But one thing I said with the Mustang is it's absolutely beautiful. It's my favorite looking car on the market right now. I just think it's sexy. I think it's got good visibility. I just love the look of the new Mustangs. New meaning like, 2015 and up. The problems with the Mustang, endless, but it is beautiful. And my mom also helped me review it, as you already saw. Things I like so far: mechanical handbrake. It has a bunch of neat stuff for track type stuff that the Camaro didn't have. So if you go to track apps, it's got acceleration timer in here. The Camaro had all this, but what the Camaro didn't have was line lock. This will actually line lock the front wheels for burnouts. So you can actually go in here and look at your results. So it saves everything, which is excellent. So you can see like my last pull, I got 5.2 seconds 0 to 60. So that's really nice. Camaro didn't do as good of a job with that. Camaro's screen looked better, but just didn't have as many performance options. Brake performance, same thing, opposite of acceleration, even though braking is a type of acceleration. It just doesn't know that because it's a Ford. All-time best, so no one's ever used this in this car before, obviously. It's got 20,000 miles on it, it's pathetic. The best is 5.2, 0 to 60, so we'll see what we can get after playing with it. One thing the Camaro this doesn't have, it does not have launch control for the automatic version, which this is an automatic, so that's disappointing. But you can do it yourself. You can hold it, install it, and do the same sort of stuff with your feet with an automatic. So we'll see how good we can get it. Things to know: to get it into track mode, you double tap traction control, kind of similar to a lot of other vehicles. It doesn't have as many driving modes. It does have different steering modes. Got it in comfort, obviously. Turning radius seems better than the Camaro. The seats definitely recline farther. I haven't gotten in the back yet to test out that headroom. I'm sure it's gonna be just as worthless. The legroom looks just as worthless. Pretty obnoxiously long door. Visibility is definitely better. But the main complaints now is this is just terrible. So this is a 17, my Camaro was a 16. Look how archaic this is. I mean, this is just pathetic. Camaro's interior actually looked pretty good. This feels so cheap. And I kind of feel that way with F-150s. The newest ones are kind of blinged out, but they just still feel cheap and grimy. So, I don't know. Road noise so far seems to be about as bad as the Camaro. That was one of my big complaints with the Camaro, but these tires are in good shape, so we'll get on the highway in a minute and see how that works. So we got this noise, this noise, this noise. That's a particularly good rattle. That's a very good one. And then you got... It's the cheapest interior. The vents don't match. Nice handbrake though. This guy's in reverse. What'd you get? What's your score? So like the Camaro, these hood scoops are functional but very tiny, probably don't really do anything. Ford makes the ugliest coolant reservoirs of all time. But there's that big overhead cam, dual overhead cam V8. It's really monster tall stuff in their motor. This might be kind of loud. We're doing our AC freeze out test. Got max AC on, wide open. It's cold. It's not amazingly cold. That was a damn near perfect launch.
What was your time?
5:21, which tells me that this thing is nowhere near as fast as the Camaro. The Camaro would have been probably 4.2 if I hit it that perfect. I think the real problem is the transmission. The transmission sucks. Okay, so verdict time. Ford fanboys try not to be too butthurt. Beautiful car, good visibility, high revving motor. That's exciting. That is where the things I like end. The windows and the way they seal is pathetic. At 100 miles an hour, it sounded like the glass was going to get sucked off the driver and passenger windows. At 150 miles an hour, I could feel air blowing in through the windows across my face. Um, Pretty dangerous. I don't know how they get away with those shitty window seals and that bad door design. So wind noise, way worse than the Camaro. One of my major complaints about the Camaro, this thing's out the door for that. Interior is pathetic. We already went over that. The engine's not bad. The power's good. It's a little bit high strung for a V8. The Camaro, you can never catch it out. No matter what gear you were in, you could put your foot down, it would accelerate. This thing definitely has some dead spots, and you have to keep it in the rev range. The 6-speed automatic that's in this thing is pathetic. I'm sure it's a lot better with the new 10-speed, but comparing this 16 or this 17 to my 16 Camaro, night and day difference. The transmission is so bad that the best acceleration we got 0 to 60 timed with the GPS, looking at the video, and the timer in the car was 5.1 seconds. My Camaro frequently got 4.1 seconds. So way slower than the Camaro to 60, and not as impressed with this motor. Yes, it's got a little more power now for 2020 and the transmission's better, so I'm sure it's a little better, but the interior is still really bad. Hailing characteristics, it was soft, it floated a lot, it was comfortable, but it didn't feel as controlled or precise as the Camaro. And rear seats are useless. A full-size adult can't really sit back there. Maybe 1% better headroom than the Camaro. Overall, disappointing car. I thought it was going to be a lot more on par with my 16 Camaro performance-wise, and frankly, it's just not. Maybe a 2020 would be a different story, but the 2020 Camaro is also better now with that same 10-speed. So I definitely won't be buying one of these. I get that it's a very cheap car, but I don't want to be constantly reminded of how cheap it is. It just feels cheap. Not impressed. Definitely not buying one of these until there's a major redesign.